Coming to you live from the MediaPlex in downtown Windsor, this is a presentation of St. Clair College Journalism.
Hi, I'm Lindy Colleen Morgan, and you're watching MediaPlex Fall Launch. I'm your host, coming to you live from the MediaPlex in downtown Windsor, and we are here to celebrate and launch a season of MediaPlex broadcasts. First, let me introduce our interviewers. First, from Toronto, Ontario, Josie Richards, and from Delhi, India, Suraj Sasi. Each will be talking with some special guests who have joined us here in the studio. So let's get started as the president of St. Clair College, Patty France, sends her greetings.
Hi, I'm St. Clair College President Patty France. I'm excited to see that the MediaPlex is on the air and on the web for another year of broadcasting its students-generated news. The unique and fresh perspective that St. Clair College students bring to local news and featured reporting is always professional, informative, and insightful. It's been the college's job to staff the MediaPlex with exceptional faculty members and support staff, all of them with distinguished backgrounds in journalism, and to equip the building with state-of-the-art equipment to provide students with the hands-on technical skills demanded by 21st century employers. At the end of the day, I suppose you can say that the students bring their intelligence and imagination to the storytelling task, and the college has given them the tools and support to present those stories for the enlightenment and entertainment of the audience. I know I'll be watching, and I hope all of Windsor Essex will be watching too. MediaPlex students, have a wonderful year. Thank you.
Thank you, Patty. St. Clair College is an exciting place to be with all of our new developments. Speaking of new developments, this place is bursting with excitement, and I can see that Josie is standing by with our first guest.
I'm here with Lorna McCormick, the chair of the School of Media, Art and Design. So Lorna, as the chairperson of the School of Media, Art and Design, what programs are offered?
Oh, we have a wide range of programs, and actually what I like to do so I don't leave anybody out is I refer to them in clusters. So we have our MediaPlex programs, we have our journalism, media convergence, public relations, our tourism, and then over at the St. Clair Center for the Arts, we've got our more arts program, graphic design, advertising. We also have hospitality. Then at South Campus, we've got entertainment technology, fashion design, music theater, and animation and culinary. And I hope I haven't left anybody out. Yeah.
Well, that's plenty. So why should a student consider St. Clair College?
The number one reason is the hands-on experience. It's not just book learning, it is really developing your skills, getting your portfolio together, getting your audition tapes together, so that when you graduate, you're work ready and you have those skills that are needed. And that's just the biggest difference and the most important difference, I think.
And I understand your professional background is in news, which is what makes the MediaPlex so special. So what is the best thing about your job?
My job as chair?
Yes.
I think what it is seeing the students grow. And even we can use the example of the very first News Now, and everybody's a little bit nervous, but it's going very well. And then by the time you've got about 5 or 7 shows under your belt, it really is different. The students are so much more comfortable and at ease, and I just love watching that progress, whether it's in the eatery, whether it's on television, public relations. It's the progress the students make.
That sounds perfect. Thank you so much for joining me, Lorna. Back to you, Lindy.
I can tell you firsthand that this is the place to be. I am a graduate of the journalism program and have come back to study public relations. And who better to tell us what goes on here at the MediaPlex other than our fearless leader, Veronique Mandel, and she is standing by with Suraj.
Hi, Veronique.
Hello, Suraj.
You are the coordinator of the Journalism and Media Convergence program. What is the difference between these two programs?
The journalism program is a 2-year diploma program, and you can come into this program either from high school or as a second career or from another program, whereas the Media Convergence program is a 1-year diploma program, a 1-year graduate program, and so you have to have either, as Lindy has, a 2-year diploma in journalism, or you come from a communications program at a university, or if you've worked for more than 5 years as a journalist out in the big world.
So what makes MediaPlex so special?
I think it's because, unlike many other journalism schools, we actually have a live working newsroom, and we also go live on television, which is extraordinary for journalism students. And I think because of that type of preparation, it makes the MediaPlex very different.
So for a student in high school, considering all the options, why choose St. Clair?
I guess if you want to be employed in a very difficult industry today, you have to look at many options in the media. And what we do here is offer you all the platforms. So you learn how to be a print journalist, radio and television and online. And it's really important today when you go into a newsroom that you hit the ground running, because newsrooms have shrunk so much. They don't have time to train you. And so it's really important that we do the training, which is why we built a place like the MediaPlex, to make sure that you get really good training that gets you employed.
So where's this industry going?
I think that the industry is changing. I mean, parents and young people who want to get into the business, they shouldn't be scared to death that the business is going away. It's not going away, it's changing. And I think it's our obligation to make sure that young students like you are prepared for that change. But you will find the job.
Let me ask you one more question. What is the best part of your job?
Any professor would say it's the students.
Well, that's all I have for you. Thank you. Well, that's all I have for you, Vernique. Thank you so much. Back to you, Lindy.
Have you ever wondered what we do here at the MediaPlex? Let's have a look. Hi, welcome back to MediaPlex Fall Launch. We have a lot of great people here at the college, and one of them is Anne Hetherington. Anne is standing by with Josie.
So Anne, you are in charge of marketing here at the college. Let's hear your elevator pitch.
Well, I know you asked me that earlier, but I will say to you, after I've listened to our president, to Lauren McCormack, the chair, and Veronique Mandel, I think they've said it all. Certainly one of the most important things about college education at St. Clair is that hands-on experience and learning. Work-integrated learning, being work-ready, you hear a lot of that as well. That is something that St. Clair College excels at.
So we often hear about students wanting the full college experience. What activities are available to them?
There's a host of activities, and we really encourage students to do their research, explore, get out in the hallways, and meet people. Our student government provides leadership opportunities. I think you'll hear from Jim Marsh, who is our chair of the School of Business and Information Technology, about groups and opportunities that are there, not just for students in business, but for all students. Student clubs, our student government puts on lots of activities. So I think St. Clair College, along with its athletics, is rich with outside experiences for students beyond the classroom.
And so we are also located downtown, being in the MediaPlex. So what is it that makes that location so special?
Well, we certainly talk about the view. You can't beat the view from our side of the river looking over to the Detroit skyline. But certainly there's lots of opportunities for students downtown. I think we've built a tremendous campus downtown. St. Clair College was the first college to open, first post-secondary institution to open a campus downtown. And I think students are enjoying it immensely.
So as the head of the marketing department, you're on the front lines of student recruitment for the college. So what is it that you say to students to really get them in our doors?
We say to students that it's important that you pursue your passion. Make sure that the program you're looking at is something that you really feel passionate about and that you see yourself in that career down the road. We talk about the professionalism of our faculty, the fact that our classes are small. You do get to know, and we hear this from our students time and again, and I think you would certainly attest to that, you do get to know your faculty. It's not just an expression, and we hear that. from students, and we certainly know that from our growing numbers, St. Clair College is now 12,500 students strong, and as of September, and I think that's a testament to the work and the reputation and profile that St. Clair College has in our province.
Mm-hmm. Now, you're clearly very good at your job with our incredibly high enrollment numbers this year. So what is your favorite part of the job?
My favorite part, and I think you've heard this from, again, everyone who has spoken, it is about the students. There is nothing more gratifying than seeing a student come into our office to say, you know what, you talked to me in my classroom 2 years ago, and I decided to come to St. Clair College, and I'm now graduating, and I'm thrilled that I came.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Anne. We're going to bring it back to Lindy.
We have many community partners, and Crime Stoppers is one of them. Constable Amanda Allen joins us in the studio.
Amanda Allen is here with me from the Crime Stoppers. Amanda, for those who may not know, tell us more about Crime Stoppers.
Crime Stoppers takes information anonymously from the public and sends that information to the police for them to investigate to help solve crime. And we make a promise that the tipster never has to go to court, and they could earn a cash reward.
Speaking about tips, how many tips do you usually get?
Well, there's 2 ways to submit tips: on the phone at 519-258-8477 or online at catchcrooks.com. And between those 2 sources, we get about 150 to 200 tips a month.
What has made this program so successful?
We have a fantastic partnership with our media partners like yourselves and our community partners, our tipsters, everybody who supports Crime Stoppers, and then we can support our police and help them solve these crimes, and results speak volumes. And really, Crime Stoppers has been helping to solve crime for many, many years, since 1985 here in Windsor and Essex County.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
Just we look forward to the partnership. We're going to be doing a lot more exciting things with MediaPlex this year, so stay tuned, and whether it's on radio or on TV, we look forward to working with you and our future journalists.
So what's the best part of your job?
Well, right now, my partner and I do high five in the office when we get an officer reporting back that our tip helped solve a crime. Really, that's what we're there for. We want to help solve crime. And when the program is working, that's what we're all doing our job for.
What's the role of the media?
Well, I mean, we still have our regular media partners that we need. Social media plays a part in our job, but when you can put a face to a name, when you can allow a victim to tell a story, the story becomes so much more meaningful, and we have a bigger impact. And sometimes we don't always solve the crime, but allowing the victim to have a voice and really say, this is what your crime did to me, perhaps empowers other people to speak up, report crime, and maybe somebody who's watching that's thinking about taking the wrong path maybe decides otherwise.
Okay, that's all I have for you. Back to you, Josie.
So Jim Marsh is the chairperson of the School of Business and IT. So apparently, we're neighbors, as you've just opened up the Zuckelman School of Business here downtown. Can you tell me a bit about how that started and how that came about?
Well, a couple things. We're growing rapidly. Our school has, last fall I should say, we were at 1,800, and the winter we were at 3,000, and now we're about 4,300 students. So we needed more room, and we're thrilled to be neighbors and glad to be downtown and doing our part to revitalize this part of the city. So right now we're behind where the keg is in One Riverside Drive West. And we took 31,000 square feet and have 9 classrooms of 50, and then an area for our professors. It's beautiful new space, a $3.5 million renovation. Running a few programs down here, 3 right now. We just launched this week our data analytics for business decision making. It's a graduate certificate program, so you have to have a degree or a diploma before you come into that. So it's and it's an excellent program, and we have professors with wonderful credentials that have been working in the field at Ford and Dearborn and in Ann Arbor, and others that have been working on data analytics. So that's I think it's going to be a fantastic program that we will really add to the community. And then we also have one as a human resource certificate, a 1-year program that leads to your CHIRP designation for human resource professionals, and then a 2-year general business which is an introductory program, but when you do that, then you could do those 2 years and you could go into data analytics, or you could take this other human resource program. So we needed the room, and we're glad to be downtown, and if you haven't been downtown and see this, it's gorgeous. $3.5 million over the summer makes a big difference to that building. The space that was actually never utilized. And it had been emptied for 16 years, so we're using it now, and I think we've got about 600 students in there currently, and about will be over 1,000 in January. So.
Oh, you seem to have stolen the next question right out of my mouth. I was going to ask about the student population, but we seem to know that now.
Yeah.
So instead, I understand you've been in this from the ground up. You're the first chairman at this new location. What has that been like for you?
Well, we have wonderful staff at the St. Clair College and Zeckelman School, so it's I just kind of give the direction, and they fill in. Our Rebecca Demchuk, who heads our engineering department, she's spearheaded the renovation of that, and then our coordinators in the various programs have really been the lead. So it's been easy on my part, and they've really done all the work. So we have excellent staff that take care of a lot of things for us.
Perfect. So what is so great about now being located downtown?
It's nice to be part of the revitalization of the city and to bring these talented students down here. I think by January we're going to have something like 2,500 students in the core, which is a sizable number. So hopefully that brings life back to the core and just adds to the people that are residing here, that are also using the restaurants and studying in the libraries and such. So it's and it's beautiful space, and it really is A1 class space that our students are thrilled to be in. So that's good. So we're and this is 3 of the programs. We have actually about 19 programs in the School of Business and Information Technology. So everything from mobile apps and web development to networking to your basics like accounting and finance and marketing. We have the largest accounting staff in the city, I understand, and at least that's what my coordinator tells me. So yeah, and some great people there. So yeah, we always like to plug our programs, and as the other chairs have talked about, the practical hands-on work experience. If you're an accountant, you can either get it on a theory basis or from people that have actually been doing it, have been running companies and been chartered accountants. So
Perfect. That sounds great. You seem to have a lot of programs down there. So thank you so much,
thanks.
Jim, for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And back to you, Suraj.
I'd like to welcome Rob Skuslin to the show. Rob is the program director at Kojiko YourTV. Rob, we are on your station live right now. How has partnering with MediaPlex been so far?
Oh, it's been a great partnership. We provided the live feed here, and the students do all the work, all the news gathering, and we're just excited to have you on the channel.
Why is community programming important?
It's important to the community to know all the activities that are happening in town. One of the things that I hate the most is when someone says there's nothing going on. There's always something going on in Windsor, Essex, and that's what we're able to do, promote community events, promote community people, and that's what you guys are able to do with providing the show.
What is your day in life looks like in the station?
You never know. From day to day, it could be producing a show, it could be meetings, it could be, the other day we were presenting a check, and I'll just let you know a little interesting thing with that. We're at a press conference, and there was 2 alumni from the MediaPlex there who are now working in the industry, and isn't that just terrific?
So what makes MediaPlex so special from your point of view?
The fact that the students here are able to do it live. Doing it live, there's no messing up, and it gets you on your feet and going, so you're prepared and you're ready to go. And once you do things live, you can do anything else.
Do you wish you had the MediaPlex when you started in the industry?
Yeah, I've been with Kojiko YourTV for 34 years, and I would have loved to have the MediaPlex at that time. So yeah, you guys are doing a great job here.
Do you have any favorite stories?
Favorite stories? Oh, wow. Well, I can remember one of my favorite shoots that I did was on one of the coldest nights of the year at Kennedy High School. It was actually a high school game, and it was two undefeated teams, and the game went into triple overtime, and the fans were packed in the balcony, and it was just one of the great experiences.
Well, that's all. Thank you so much. Back to you, Josie.
Wright is the coordinator of the Public Relations Program here at the MediaPlex. So Rebecca, how is the St. Clair Public Relations Program different from others?
Well, I would say that it's better in many ways. It's our multi-level, very comprehensive curriculum, and so we understand that PR professionals, they're required to wear many hats in the industry these days, and so we properly prepare them for those different roles. So our classes are very diverse. We have everything from graphic design to photography and videography, writing of all sorts, event planning, fundraising, media relations. And media relations, that's an interesting one because in the field, you're required to work hand in hand with reporters and journalists. And so we feel the best way to approach that is to collaborate with the journalism students in the journalism program. And so we have our PR students getting to experience those roles firsthand. So you're in the PR program interviewing me now. Behind the camera, we have Jesse. And hosting, we have Lindy. And so we're always looking for creative ways to collaborate. And so that's really what sets our program apart. You know, we're understanding that PR professionals need to be able to professionally communicate messages across all platforms, using all channels, broadcast, print, online, and you're getting that all here.
And what is new in the Public Relations Program this year?
Well, we have the highest intake that we've had. Our enrollment is up, so this is the most number of students that we've had since the program started 6 years ago. So that's very exciting. I think that word is spreading, that this is such a great program and a great space to learn. The MediaPlex is awesome. And we also have some new faculty, some new instructors joining us on staff. So it's always great to welcome on new people from the industry to provide education for our students.
And what sort of careers can you get into with the Public Relations Diploma?
Well, I always find it interesting when students come in with different interests and different backgrounds because the PR program facilitates those interests. And, you know, everyone needs PR. Everyone needs someone to represent them on that professional level. So we have students going into, you know, everything from government relations to entertainment, the healthcare sector, education. If you want to enter the nonprofit world and work on event planning and fundraising and campaigns like that. So really the possibilities are endless with the PR diploma.
Well, thank you so much, Rebecca, for joining me. Back to you, Lindy.
Like Rebecca said, the Public Relations Program is one of our amazing programs here at the MediaPlex. Let's have a look.
So public relations is like being a bridge between an organization and their public. As this public relations expert, you are a liaison, so you have to connect the brand or the business or the company with their public in such a way that the public responds to them in a positive manner. So the advantages of taking public relations at St. Clair College is that we have access to the MediaPlex. Now the MediaPlex offers us a converged education. It's one of 3 in the world and the only one in Canada. What that means is that we're taught in film, broadcast, radio, there's graphic design, we do event planning, we write all sorts of press releases, we work in tandem with the journalism club. So at the end of everything, you can communicate any professional message across any medium. So what do you think about public relations?
Is the internet your friend or your enemy? Joanna Conrad from Youth Diversion is here to explain, and she is with Siraj.
I'd like to welcome Joanna Conrad from the Essex County Diversion Program. Joanna, tell us more about your organization.
Well, we're a not-for-profit organization. The organization itself has been around since 1980. We are also referred to as youth diversion, so sometimes there's a disconnect there. But ultimately, we have been working with young people who are in conflict with the law since 1980. Primarily in the past, we worked with young people that were avoiding a formal criminal record or a formal criminal charge, ultimately giving them a second chance to avoid having that stigma involved with the criminal justice system. As of 2012, however, we opened up our doors and provided service to young people in all of Windsor and Essex County, regardless of their involvement with the criminal justice system. So ultimately, it's for any young person who's exhibiting any at-risk behaviors, and anyone can refer now.
With the rise of social media, what concerns do you have?
Ultimately, it boils down to the sending and receiving of inappropriate, whether it's messages or videos or pictures, the inappropriate sharing of different content, but also in terms of the digital footprint that young people are creating for themselves online, whether it is, again, posting a tweet or perhaps an image, but ultimately, a lot of young people don't understand that what they are putting out there online can affect them in the future, whether it's with their employment or a scholarship or extracurricular activities. So that is definitely a concern. But in addition to that, as I'm sure a lot of people know, that there are a lot of predators online as well. And ultimately, it's putting a lot of young people, especially females, at risk of becoming in conflict, or rather, at risk of becoming in contact with a predator online.
Well, thank you so much. Back to you, Lindy.
Windsor Express is another one of our community partners who have joined us in studio.
I'm here with Dardis Willis of the Windsor Express. So Dardis, I know you just went through the draft combine last month. How's the team looking?
Really looking good this season. We're looking forward to a lot of wins, looking forward to the new teammates that they have, and should be pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm. And where can the fans watch you play this year?
Again, this is our 7th season at the WFCU Arena, and we look forward to you guys joining us on November 17th.
Perfect. Now, where can people find tickets for the games?
Well, you use the standard box office at the WFC Arena, or you can also come to the Windsor Express office, which is just up the street from you guys.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming in today. We really appreciate having you. And back to you, Lindy.
We are nearing the end of our first show of the year, and we would be remiss if Veronique doesn't get the last word. I mean, she is kind of like the boss. Veronique, did we get off to a good start this year?
I think you got off to a tremendous start, because when you look at Siraj, this is his first time doing live television, and I have to say kudos. And what I find really impressive is that, and I think Rebecca mentioned this, we have first years and second years and PR students. And this is what the MediaPlex is all about. And looking at how you can cross-promote programs, but also how you can take all of the skills you learn in one program and use these cross-platforms to make yourself really marketable. And, we're also very lucky because we have such tremendous support from the people who are our bosses. And I have to give kudos to all the people in the control room as well. And Dave and Larry, who make this happen every Tuesday night for us. There are so many people to thank all the time, because it takes a lot to put a live show together. And when you think of rehearsals and making the boys put on makeup, all these things really sort of create a very interesting atmosphere around here on a Tuesday night. And you did a wonderful job, as did Josie and all of the floor directors. Everyone makes it all come together. And so when I leave here at the end of a show, I'm like a proud mom.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. I hope you will tune in every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. right here on YourTV Cable 11.